The biggest lie in the history of the professional speaking business is that you don't have to be good to get paid. You just go on stage. Just get on as many stages as you can. It doesn't matter if you're terrible. Just work on your marketing and your branding and your selling and your product and your book and all these things. And it doesn't matter how bad you are on stage. You're going to succeed. That's the biggest lie. And I've been a professional speaker, a fee-paid professional speaker for 25 years. I've traveled all over the world. I made, tens of millions of dollars doing this, and this is the biggest lie. You don't have to be good. If you're going to get paid $10,000 or $20,000 an hour to do something, you better be good. I mean, how many people do you know that make $10,000 or $20,000 an hour doing something that are not great at it? Okay, I'm not saying you have to be Zig Ziglar or the greatest Tony Robbins, or the greatest speakers, one of the greatest speakers in the world. You have to be competent at the level at which you're paid. So if you're a $10,000 an hour speaker, you have to be worth $10,000 an hour to an organization, and $20,000 or whatever it is, whatever your fee is. But the idea, this is the biggest mistake people make, and I made it too back in 1996 because I didn't know any better. I was told by all these people, just work on your marketing, just work on your brochure before websites, just work on getting your name out there. No one ever talked about being good, and I'll tell you why they do it, why they don't, because it's not sexy to talk about skills. You know why? Because skills, building platform speaking skills takes work. It's not sexy. It's not fun even. It takes real work. It takes experience. It takes practice. It takes coaching. It takes knowing what to practice and then practicing. I was a professional tennis player. Right behind the guest house at Bone Allen Mansion here, you can see on the side of me is that's the tennis cottage, the guest house tennis cottage. There's a tennis court back there. I play on that tennis court all the time. I was a professional tennis player for years. It took me a decade and a half to build the skills to become a professional tennis player. I barely got paid anything because my skills weren't high level enough to get paid a lot of money. Public speaking is no different. It doesn't mean you have to be the best speaker in the world. It means you have to be competent at the fee level at which you are speaking. So if you're a brand new speaker, you're emerging speaker, aspiring speaker, try to avoid all these charlatans that are out there saying, just go speak, just go sell from stage. It doesn't matter if you wear a hat backwards and a t-shirt and shorts and you're sloppy as you can be, your hair's all over the place, you don't wear makeup, just get out there and talk and people will pay you money. It's a lie. Why are they lying to you? Because they're trying to sell you something that when you do get up on stage, you're going to be bad, but they don't care because they've already gotten their money. They've been doing this before I got in the business, but now with social media, it's all over the place. All these people do is talk about booking you as a speaker, always talk about, speaker programs, getting on stages, but they never talk about the fundamental thing you need to be great at or really, really competent at. Skills, speaking skills. Now, if this sounds old school, I've been doing it for a long time. Old school to me is putting in the work, building your skill, doing the practice, doing the rehearsal. That's how you become a 6 and 7 figure speaker. There is no way around it. That doesn't matter how much marketing you do. If you're a great marketer, they get you on a stage or they promise you to put you on stages. All that's going to do, if you're a substandard speaker, which most people are that are not professionally trained, okay, all that's going to do is tell the market that you're not ready to be sold. You're a product that is not developed enough to be sold commercially. You might win a Toastmasters contest, and you might win a pencil at Dale Carnegie, or your church might say you're the best speaker they've ever had. But now when you're going to get paid to do something, thousands of dollars an hour, like a surgeon, you're going to have to be very competent at a high level. And don't let anyone fool you into believing that that's not true. This is all I've done my whole professional life. Okay, I've gone over the world doing this, and any speaker, Brian Tracy, Zig Ziglar, I've worked with all these guys over the years. Almost every top speaker that you can think of, I've worked with in 25 years. I'll all tell you the same thing. Okay, they tell the truth about this business. Okay, but a lot of people don't, because it's like the people that say, oh, you can write a book in 30 days. Just write your book in 30 days. Yeah, you can write a book in 30 days. It'll be a terrible book and no one will buy it, but you could do it. Sure, you can get on a stage. Someone can market you on a stage. You can market yourself on a stage. You're going to bomb and be terrible, most likely, if you're not professionally trained. Okay? When they're expecting a professional and getting an amateur, That's not a good combination. Okay? Don't let these people fool you. They're making money because people don't understand the truth. And it's sexier to sell marketing than it is skills, because skills takes work, real work. And if you do the work and you get the training, you can write your own ticket as a speaker. That part of what they say is true. But you have to have the skills, because let me tell you something. When it's you, a stage, a microphone, and 10,000 people, no level of marketing will get you through that. You can't fake your way out of that. You can't BS your way like a lot of these guys do. They talk big numbers and all this fancy stuff, and you can't BS your way to an audience. You either have the skills at that point when you get to that stage, or you don't. And you cannot fake it with an audience. You will not fake it. They will know if you're an amateur or a pro. You don't want to be in that position. This is sold all over the world, this idea. It's been sold like this for many, many years, but now social media has made it even worse. The charlatans are just everywhere. And it's sad, because a lot of people are gullible. They don't know better, so they buy into it because it's sexy. They pay tons of money, and it gets them nowhere. That's why we train people in skills. I've trained people in marketing. I've trained people in every aspect of the speaking business, but we always start with skills, because that's what makes you successful at the end of the day as a speaker. Why? It's a referral-based business. We get referred. That's why there's only less than 100 seven-figure speakers in this country, because it's all a referral. Everyone refers each other, and we're referred by the same companies. You have to be good to get referred, bottom line. So what I recommend is get professional training. You want it for free? Go to freespeakingcourse.com. It'll get you started. It's not going to give you the training for free, but it'll give you some idea of what it takes. freespeakingcourse.com. Okay? We created a site to tell people the truth, so they can avoid spending thousands of dollars and years of their life and energy and effort pursuing something they're never going to achieve until they have the skills to achieve it. No different than if you're going to be a professional tennis player, a professional singer, actor, dancer, juggler. You are not going to succeed without the skills. I don't care how good your marketing is. It's a lie. Don't buy into it. It'll cost you years of your life. You'll get nowhere, and it'll be frustrating. It'll also be very expensive. Okay, so freespeakingcourse.com, and then take the assessment. The assessment's called, do you have what it takes to become a professional speaker? And it'll tell you if you have what it takes. You can talk to someone, and they'll tell you if you have what it takes, and if you don't, what you need to get to the point where you do have what it takes. So just some advice that'll save you 5 to 10 years of your life, and thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in money that you just throw away on these programs that are sexy sounding, but completely ridiculous, because people are not ready for those programs, not until they have the skills. So hope that helps.